During the years of the transatlantic slave trade, families were splintered, their lineage lost, leaving unanswered questions for many African Americans to this day.
Questions like, where did I come from? Who are my people? Now a Jacksonville man has answered his own questions through the help of a song and is making up for lost time. On Your Side's Andrew Badillo has the story.
Awakamona kambaya lelele tambe awakamona kambaya lelele.
5 sentences containing centuries of pain and heritage. Words that have given a Jacksonville man's life greater meaning.
Nothing would have happened without her having the song.
The song, traditionally sung by women, has had many keepers over the years. One of them, a little girl from a village on the west coast of Africa during the 18th century. Her name is lost to history, but she was Winston Relaford's great-great-great-great-grandmother.
And I can imagine that slave girl, many a nights on the ship, in the yard at Bunce Island, and on the plantation here, she cried out. And when you cry out, you cry in the language of your birth.
The story of the song is chronicled in the documentary film The Language You Cry In. African-American linguist Lorenzo Dow Turner first recorded it in the 1930s in the coastal town of Harris Neck, Georgia. The singer's name, Amelia Dolly. The recording sat idle for 50 years until anthropologist Joe Apollo used linguistic clues to connect the song to the country of Sierra Leone. Traveling with another linguist and an ethnomusicologist, they went village to village playing the recording, until finally, exhausted, they reached the remote village of Senehun Gola. This time, the village sang along.
When you saw The Language You Cry In, you felt, well, I belong somewhere else. And it was a reckoning, if you will, that, my God, there is a beginning. There's something where my family came from.
That lineage connected for the first time. When the team returned to Harris Neck, Georgia, they shared their discovery with Amelia Dolly's daughter, who remembered her mom singing the song of the nameless little girl who was kidnapped, shackled in the bottom of a boat, and sold to a plantation in the 1700s. Her survival, her song, linking past, present, and future.
It's our job to carry it forth, and we're just a part of the history so that the significance of that song would never be lost again. This is my grandmother.
Wilson Moran is Amelia Dolly's grandson. He still lives in Georgia, but is close cousins with Winston Relaford in Jacksonville.
We have become brothers.
Yeah.
That's about the only way I can explain it. Now, we don't always agree. I got to tell you that right now. Yeah, he's got a mind of his own.
The film documents Wilson and his mother visiting Sierra Leone for the first time, to a massive welcome from the village.
I cannot put it in words how I felt and how I still feel. And that's the reason I go back continuously.
To see the courtyards that they were housed in. They had a big courtyard that was directly under the overseer's quarters on the second story. And in that courtyard, there was troughs. The men were housed there, and they were all shackled from their ankles. And they were given rice to eat, and they poured it in a trough like hogs. It's the inhumanity of all of that. Even after all of those years, it still had a bit of pain in it when you consider what our forefathers went through.
On their last trip, the cousins built a home for the woman who first recognized the recording. They also bought property and planned to return.
When I was there before, we were in the village for one day. This time, I'll be there for 16, 17 days. And so I am going to immerse myself in the culture. I want to learn the people. I want to learn their ways. I want to see who they are.
The song is about burying the dead, but it has survived.
As far as I know, we're the only family that's been able to go back to the very village that that they came from through a song.
Echoing off headstones in Harris Neck. New beginnings in Senehungola, uniting a family, past and present. In Harris Neck, Georgia, Andrew Badillo, First Coast News, on your side.